for tonight's presentation between our wonderful stage bands, our jazz bands from both schools. It's our 10th anniversary of doing this combined event, and to tell us a little bit more about it, our host for this evening, Assistant Principal Roe Edmiston.
Good evening, everyone. We want to thank Mr. Hazlett and Mr. Fry for putting this together. They've been working at this for 10 years, which is awesome. The kids do a wonderful job. They do a wonderful job directing them. They put a lot of work into it, and it pays off, and they do a really great job. First up, we're going to have Northley. So here is the Northley Jazz Band.
Good evening and welcome. This is always one of the funnest nights of the year. We get a chance to get the middle school kids up here to play for the high school group, as well as all of you, and they get a chance to actually play with the high school as well. So I know they always look forward to the end big finale that we do. We're going to open up this evening with Rock Around the Clock. We're going to do a little more swing while we're at it. This is a standard entitled String of Pearls. Latin tune called Poco Loco. That last song featured three of our saxophonists. We had Jay Liu over here, Hunter Hoffman, and Levi Das. And we're going to close out our portion of the concert with a song that probably most of us know by Coldplay, entitled Viva La Vida.
Palmerini on alto sax. And some old guy over here. We're gonna slow it down a little bit, but take it back to some oldies and real goodies. I try to tell the kids and relate this to some things in my life that I've done. My first concert ever was, and some of you might remember this, at the Valley Forge Music Fair. It's not there anymore, right? How many have been there? Parents? Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, it's a little theater that used to be in the round, so the stage went around. Well, I got to see Chuck Mangione for the first time. That was my first concert. And I grew up kind of listening to him, listening to his sax player, Chris Vidala. I kind of stylized a little bit, some stuff, and then listened to great Barry sax players after that, but that's a whole other story. But being able to share that with this group is kind of a neat thing. We are going to try to kind of bring Chuck here with us tonight and feature Ryan Schmidt on one of his most famous tune, Feels So Good. This will also feature our guitarist, Justin McCarty. So here's Feels So Good. great. Again, I think we kind of brought Chuck right back here to play with us today. So, it's really cool to listen to some of the stuff again that I grew up with, and that's exactly what I remember. So, we're going to just kind of keep the Latin feel a little bit and hit you with burritos to go. Right? And I heard that California tortilla will give me free, like, just food all the time if I plug them. So I'm going to do it anyway and hope to make that happen. Yes. Sydney works at California Tortilla, so... Burritos to Go featuring Gianni again on alto sax. We're going to start to swing it, start heading in swing again. A little tune called Stomping at the Savoy. Here we are, featuring, I believe, Gianni again and Bill up there. you notice back there playing the vibes, an unusual sound, but such the coolest jazz sound. And we added Sid to that tune. And as soon as she pops in there, it's like, as soon as she plays, it's like, oh, that's so cool. So we just brought Andrew a little closer to you guys, a little bit more intimate with him, right? Yeah, you ready for this? Okay, good. And we're gonna feature him on My Funny Valentine, old standard. wrap up our version or our portion here tonight with Chameleon. Do not go away because we have something super special, which we do every year with our combined Louie Louie at the end. So keep that in mind, that's what's coming. But for now, we're going to wrap up with a great standard of Chameleon. Real quick, before we bring Northley up here to do our finale, I'm going to have everybody who's not a senior sit down. Good. Up front, Paige Jester, Nicole Schnee, Rory McDermott, Neil Salik, Tim Smith, Sydney Lamoureux. Okay, they're jazz band seniors for this year, and they will be sorely missed. It's usually about this time when I'm going. It's great though because I'm seeing all the Northley kids here and ready to go, and they will. No one else will ever replace them, but someone will surely at least fill in that spot that they are. So thanks guys for all your years of service. Let's get Northley up here and kind of get ready for our annual jam session. So if you aren't familiar with what goes on in this last tune, obviously we do the same thing. This is the 10th year of Jazz in the Valley. Coincidentally, it's my 10th year at Sun Valley. It was something that Mr. Hazlett and I had talked about when we first got here. So what can we do to combine forces a little bit and sort of bridge the gap so that they're a little bit more familiar? And we're like, well, how about jazz band? What do we do for that? And there really wasn't anything to feature just them. And I think we found kind of the perfect thing. Now, we wanted to do something combined. So the first 3 years, we kind of went, oh, let's do this, and let's do this, and let's change it up. And all of a sudden, we went, wait a second, the parade band, we always do Louie Louie. It's one of the football game favorites. It's what we do anyway, and it kind of had this folklore to it already. So we're like, why don't we just do Louie Louie? So we don't have to think about it every year. We don't even ask each other if we're going to do it again. We just know that it's going to happen. And the kids, in this instant, we went through a little bit of improv. Gave them a few notes and gave them some ideas. This is also a chance for some of them to go, hey, I just want to take my own turn. No music. Just out of their brain, and sometimes we see what happens, and it's really a cool thing. This could go for an hour, so strap in. I wanted to warn you that right away. So we have another guy sitting in with us. It's actually the first time. Well, he's always Mr. Henning, I guess, but the first time as in Sun Valley as Mr. and Mrs. Henning is Mr. Henning. So, Mr. Henning teaches the percussion and has done such a tremendous job. And we're at the reception, and he sits behind the drums. I know he's a set player, and I was like, wow, you know what? I want him to do Louie Louie. So, talked to him and said, hey, let's do it. And he came in and worked with the kids and just did, came in and sat in right now as we learned it all at the same time. So, here is Louie Louie, featuring everyone. truly here at the Valley tonight. We are probably going to play a little bit out for you guys on it, but we, on behalf of Mr. Hazlett, he's over here somewhere. Will you leave already? He's in the back. He got out of here. That's why he asked me to conduct this every time. Oh, you take care of it. He's already home with the kids. I'm like, shoot. I'm going to do that. Oh, there you are. Okay. Again, on behalf of the two of us, we enjoy doing this and bringing this to you. It's a little different than what we normally do in the classical side or whatever, but it brings the kids in a different light. There's so much stuff other than just the music going on in the arts last night. Arts Alive, which combined forces with Northley and some of the elementary stuff. There are still concerts at Northley about to happen in June as well. Their Pops concert. We have some parents things going on up here at the Valley. 8th grade parents on Monday. Come on out, check things out. Answer all the questions that I can, and a whole lot of things to end up the school year. Finishing off with Sun Valley Band at the graduation, which again we kind of put the icing on the cake for such a great event for all those seniors in their years of dedication. So on behalf again of Mr. Hazlett and I, we thank you all for coming and hope you certainly enjoyed it. We'll play you off with one more, just one more little taste of it.